Today we curated, react, and money highlighted More Ryan Serhant's video, I Met 94 Billionaires. Here's 6 things I learned. Serhant imparts valuable lessons drawn from his interactions with 94 billionaires. From communication habits to time management, uncover the insights that set these high achievers apart. Let's delve into the exclusive world of success and uncover key takeaways for your own
There are
journey.
currently 2,640 billionaires in the world that we know of. And on this phone are 94 of them. I have 94 billionaires in my contacts. Some of them are friends, a lot of them are clients, and I bring this up because in some way, shape, or form, they're all my mentors. And I've learned a lot from working with these people, or ways that they interact with people, ways that they communicate, ways they think about life, business, even working out. And because I've done real estate deals with many of these billionaires, I've learned certain habits and mindsets that they have that allow them to operate on a completely different level from most people.
Ryan Serhant is highlighting his unique network of 94 billionaires, framing them as mentors who've imparted valuable lessons. The emphasis is on learning not just about business but also life and fitness. The expectation is set for insights into the distinctive habits and mindsets that enable billionaires to operate on a completely different level. The focus is on real estate dealings, suggesting lessons from high-stakes transactions.
Here are the 6 things that I learned from working with 94 different billionaires. First, they text more than they call. Billionaires know the value of a dollar and they know the value of their time more than anyone I've ever worked with. And you might be thinking, what? That's weird. Texting? Don't they have calls and lawyers and this, that, whole teams? I mean, yes, they have all of that. But when I'm interacting with them directly, billionaires don't have time for phone calls. Jeff Bezos, who's not in my phone, he makes $2,500 a second. A phone call that takes away time from billionaires making money is not a good use of their time. But they can fire off a text or a voice note that deletes very, very, very quickly. Oftentimes they use the app Signal so that you're not screenshotting or saving messages and things can disappear really quickly, especially when we're doing real estate transactions together. A lot of it is very, very sensitive information. But I've negotiated $100 million deals over iMessage. And yet the person I work with who's trying to buy a home for $1 million calls me 62 times, has to meet with me and his family, brings in bankers, brings in attorneys, brings in everyone. Less wealthy people have an idea of what it means to be wealthy, where actual wealthy people understand that being wealthy is just about their greatest asset, which is time. I'm in the middle of 2 negotiations right now with 2 of these billionaires, completely over text. I'd much rather meet in person, they've got great offices, or talk on the phone or get a meal with them so I can learn, but nope, it's all over text message. Literally saying, hey, do you want to offer 60 or 61 million? They just heart the 60. I guess that's an offer. Guess I'm gonna go with the 60 because it's been hearted. The big takeaway, if you are trying to find billionaires to work with, try texting them because they do not waste time, not even yours. And they are on their phones more than most.
Ryan Serhant's insight into billionaires prioritizing texting over calls offers a fascinating perspective. The emphasis on time efficiency and the value of a dollar aligns with the fast-paced world of the wealthy. The anecdote about negotiating $100 million deals over iMessage highlights the preference for quick, discreet communication. The advice to those seeking to work with billionaires, try texting, underscores the importance of respecting their time and communication preferences. Overall, it sheds light on the practical and strategic aspects of interacting with high-profile clients in real estate.
People. Takeaway number 2, they are experts at not wasting time. I went to dinner with my first billionaire client years and years and years ago. He ordered, the minute the waiter came over, to bring us water. There was no sitting there and reviewing the menu. There was no asking for the specials. None of that. Here's the water. Okay, I'm gonna have this, and what do you want? And if you don't tell me what you want right now, I'm gonna order for you. We're gonna enjoy the dinner. We're gonna talk. We are on a time schedule. And it didn't feel stressful at all. Honestly felt relaxing, like we weren't wasting any time. I did dinner with another billionaire, and when the waiter came over right at the beginning, he just held up the menu like this, didn't even look and said,
"Surprise us."
Because when you go to a nice restaurant, you know the food's gonna be good. Billionaires act differently, and it's not rude. If anything, it's super, super nice because they understand the value of the waiter's time. Making a decision about dinner is a small decision, but what I've learned is that billionaires make big decisions quickly because that's their job.
Ryan Serhant's takeaway about billionaires being experts at not wasting time is intriguing. The anecdotes about dinner with billionaires underscore their efficiency and focus on time management. The straightforward approach to ordering, the emphasis on a schedule, and the quick decision-making at restaurants highlight a distinctive mindset. The acknowledgement of the value of the waiter's time adds a layer of consideration, portraying billionaires as decisive individuals who prioritize efficiency in both personal and professional aspects of their lives. The takeaway provides valuable insights into the mindset of these high-achieving individuals and their approach to time utilization.
Number 3, billionaires are always on guard of being taken advantage of. This is also why it's hard to get in touch with billionaires. It's hard to have them as clients. They really trust no one because they've been taken advantage of. They've learned from that mistake, and new people entering into their sphere of influence, into their circle of trust, puts them on guard, because any new person that is coming into a billionaire's life typically has a reason for being there. One of my tricks in working with billionaire clients early on in my career was working for free. I offered up commissions, and obviously the billionaire can afford it, but it was the gesture. I'm not going to treat you differently from anybody else. What else can I do? The other thing that I did to make sure that the billionaires knew that I wasn't taking advantage of them ever was to get in with their outer circle of trust, whether it's the landscaper or the nanny or the private banker or the attorney. As quickly as that trust can be understood, it can be destroyed. Billionaires also have no issue in moving on from relationships that don't serve them in like a millisecond. You have a 10-year working relationship with someone who's incredibly successful and wealthy. You lie to them once, make one little mistake. You don't show up on time once. You lead them down the wrong path once, that's it. They now lose all confidence and trust in you, and there are other people who do what you do. They have loyalty when the relationship works on both sides. If it doesn't, they move on.
Ryan Serhant highlights the cautious nature of billionaires when it comes to trust. He notes that billionaires, having been burned before, are guarded and quick to move on from relationships that don't serve them. The strategy of working for free and integrating into their outer circle of trust emerges as a tactic to build credibility. This insight underscores the importance of trust and loyalty in dealings with high-net-worth individuals, offering practical advice for navigating relationships with billionaires.
Another thing I've learned from billionaires is that they understand the difference between possessions and growth. And they're not afraid to spend. Now that might sound obvious to you, but it's interesting to watch someone who has a net worth of over $1 billion be incredibly cheap over here and then overspend over here. They might kill a deal over $5 over here because they understand that this is not going to do a whole lot for their success, for their long-term growth. But they'll overspend over here by millions, tens of millions, hundreds of millions of dollars because it's an investment in greater growth. Now, a lot of billionaires have very cool material goods, huge houses, planes, automobiles, trips, experiences. But if you didn't know what they looked like, you typically wouldn't notice them when you walk down the streets because they're not super flashy. They don't wear their wealth on their clothes most of the time. Most billionaires are pretty frugal when it comes to material possessions. The great example is obviously Warren Buffett. Same house, same car, same breakfast from McDonald's with change from his cup holder. And then you have others, Saudi royals, you have the Jeff Bezoses of the world, but then you have others. You have Elon Musk, who has no possessions, no houses. Billionaires will certainly spend money, but they'll spend money if it gets them a return. A yacht is a great example. A yacht is incredibly expensive, but they have them because it's an investment in future business. They can have other billionaires on that yacht, and that's where deals get done. Their houses as well, on the ocean in Malibu and Palm Beach, castles in France. They are investments in doing future business because they can say to other people, come to my castle. Let's talk about the deal. And I know that sounds kind of crazy, but if you had $1 billion, you would also probably have a castle or a beach house.
Ryan Serhant's observation on billionaires and spending reveals a nuanced approach to wealth. He points out that billionaires understand the distinction between spending on possessions and investing in growth. The contrast between being frugal in some aspects and overspending in others highlights their strategic mindset. The example of Warren Buffett's simple lifestyle versus other billionaires with extravagant material goods illustrates the diversity in spending habits. The notion that billionaires prioritize investments that yield future returns, such as a yacht serving as a platform for business deals, provides valuable insight into their financial strategies. Serhant effectively communicates that, for billionaires, spending isn't merely about displaying wealth but making calculated investments for future business opportunities. This takeaway offers a unique perspective on how billionaires navigate their financial choices, shedding light on the practical and strategic aspects of their spending habits.
My biggest takeaway is that they only focus on what they are absolutely best at what they are uniquely qualified to do. They don't worry about any of the minutia, any of the work below the absolute biggest decisions every day. Now, obviously, they've gotten to that point where they don't have to do the painting and the building and the hammering. If I want to emulate the most successful business leaders and entrepreneurs in the world today, it's that most of my day should be focused on what I am absolutely best at focusing on. Everything else should be leveraged to other people. It's kind of a mindset shift as well. Using other people to leverage your work is a massive, massive tool.
Ryan Serhant's takeaway about billionaires focusing solely on what they excel at is a powerful insight into their success mindset. The emphasis on avoiding minutiae and delegating tasks below the absolute biggest decisions reflects a strategic approach to time and energy management. The acknowledgement that successful leaders and entrepreneurs leverage other people's skills and talents underscores the importance of collaboration and delegation. The mindset shift towards concentrating on one's unique strengths aligns with the idea that this approach is a key tool for success. This takeaway serves as a valuable lesson for anyone aspiring to achieve high levels of success. Recognizing and prioritizing one's core strengths while leveraging others' capabilities is fundamental to efficiency and achievement. It highlights a mindset shift that can significantly impact productivity and effectiveness in both professional and personal endeavors.
And last but not least, billionaires are just like us. They're regular people with regular problems, albeit higher quality problems. One of my earliest experiences with a billionaire client was going to a private airport to board their private plane. And he was talking to me about how his plane wasn't available because of a mechanical issue, and he was frustrated because he had to get another plane. Now that sounds like a crazy problem, a 1%er, a 0.00001%er problem, right? Absolutely, but he wasn't crying about it. He wasn't crying to me or anybody else. You have a higher quality life. That means you also have higher quality problems. And it was my job to help with that. I immediately from that situation started helping the billionaire clients that I had fix their higher quality problems. And that's how I started to get to know so many of them. Because if someone has a private jet issue, they're not going to talk to the friends they had in college about it. They're not going to talk to people in their office about it because it would be weird and uncomfortable. It's an awkward display of wealth. So they need people to talk to about it. And I wanted to be that person. I'll help you with your private jet. And while we're at it, need a new condo? Oftentimes, yes, they do. So billionaires are just like us, kind of, sort of. They're still humans. They still go to the bathroom, they still sleep, they still want to be happy, they still cry while watching The Notebook, just like you do. And if you can be someone who can solve the high quality problem that a billionaire has, that is your ticket into that society.
Ryan Serhant's insight that billionaires, despite their wealth, are still regular people with unique problems adds a humanizing touch to their larger-than-life image. The anecdote about a billionaire facing a private jet issue demonstrates that even those with immense wealth encounter inconveniences. The notion of higher quality problems emphasizes that wealth doesn't exempt individuals from facing challenges. Instead, it brings about a different set of issues. Ryan's role in assisting billionaires with their high-quality problems, such as private jet issues or finding a new condo, highlights the importance of providing solutions and valuable services. The idea that billionaires need someone to talk to about their unique challenges and the willingness to be that person showcases the relational aspect of working with high-net-worth individuals. It reinforces the concept that building trust and being a problem solver are crucial elements in establishing and maintaining relationships with billionaires. This takeaway serves as a reminder that empathy, understanding, and the ability to address the specific concerns of billionaires can be the key to gaining access to their world and becoming a valuable resource in their lives. In conclusion, Ryan Serhant's revelations about working with billionaires provide valuable insights into their unique habits and mindsets. From their preference for texting, efficient time management, and guarded trust to their strategic approach to spending, these takeaways offer lessons for professionals in any field. Whether you're in real estate or aspiring to succeed in your chosen field, these observations serve as inspiration for refining strategies and adopting a focused mindset. If you were inspired and gained invaluable knowledge from our reaction insights, please give us a like and consider subscribe to our channel Money Highlighted for more. Thanks.